Hello guys, welcome to this new episode of VENGEUR Explains. This time we are on group.keep map in the series. If you want to see the previous maps, just go into my channel into the playlist, and you can also look into the description below. If you're also interested, I posted the full review of the Intel Extreme Master Tournament, so if you want to look at it, I'm also gonna. So here we are on group.keep, a quite small map. Sorry about the quad. So quite a small map. We have, of course, 2 items, which are the heavy, mega down below, and we have this green armor and this armor. So it's already a difference you can see from previous maps. The green armors are 2 and not 3, so you kind of have a better and easiest rotation to do compared to other maps, just cause how easy it is to circumnavigate the map, and you don't have to go to our third armor because there is not any. So you can just take the heavy, take this mega and there, and you already do the full cycle in just like under 10 seconds. So it's one of these maps where it's really easy to rotate. So we have nail gun, which is there. I'm gonna just explain the map a little bit. Nail gun that connects to the time shards and the heavy. Shotgun down below, the tribal there, and this tunnel that goes all the way to rocket. Then you have the 50 armor, the machine gun, mega, TP for LG, and then you are back to the green armor. Alright, so let's go instead already on spawns, the starting spawns. So usually there are just 2 kind of spawns. There is this one that you spawn basically on rocket, and the enemies spawns on nail gun. So usually, I mean, what people tends to do is take the rocket and go for the heavy, or if you feel it right, you can take the rocket, take the armor. And at this point, probably the enemy will be or there or below, going for the mega. So it's not so easy to do damage, but it's something you can do. Or you can just play it safe and yeah, take the rocket and go for the heavy. I just suggest you to always spam there, just in case if the enemy is rushing you down, so you take the heavy. So yeah, that's the spawn for that side. Instead, if you're spawning the other way around, like I just said, you're spawning there. Usually, what people tend to do is this. Then go for LG. Since you have an L gun, it's not as really so strong weapon sometimes, especially against rocket in some situations. So I just suggest you to spam a little bit, you know, and go. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. But things get a little bit more complicated if you're playing Ranger on this map, just cause you can do something like this, for example. So if you spawn with Ranger, since you have the ability ready already, when you spawn the first time, you can do something like this. You go there. So yeah, you don't take this. You go there. You use the orb. You jump down, and you have also heavy, for example. And then you just need to worry about taking weapons, because you don't have any LG or rocket. Okay, so you take both items. Or if you want to just play safe, you do like this. So you can take mega and an item. So the decision is between going for the weapon and the item, or going for both items. But need to be careful, because if the enemy decided to go this way, so if you orb, he's gonna have a rocket and he can do so much damage. So it really depends on how it goes, how you feel it. Just an opportunity, just pointing it out. So yeah, that's it. The 2 major spawns, nothing to really say more than that. And then we have talk about yeah. So this map is quite complicated because it's a map that really, in my opinion, relies a lot on your aim. Because the major weapons to use are the heavy machine gun, just cause so many fights are just taken at a long distance, so it counts up to this, that you can do like so much damage from a long distance. And then all the fights are also like more than rocket. Oh, I forgot to point out that there is no railgun in this map. That's why the machine gun is so important. And so fights, like if you're close, are taken with rocket, but most of them, because of the distance, are like LG, LG, you know, even if you're there, you LG out, and all this. So it's not really a map where other weapons are overused. I think one weapon that is really good, especially if you're playing against tank on this map, is the shotgun. Just cause, again, without any railgun, I think it's a weapon that has to be used more, like same as the heavy machine gun. So, yeah, we have 2 floors basically. We have floors, and just the occasion is this one is the, we're gonna call it the second floor. This is the third floor. So we have this one, which is the base of the map. You can fall off the map, so always be careful about that. Then we have this. Now it's the first floor. Okay. Then just this part is the second floor. It's the highest point on the map you can reach. So, as I said, so it's 3 different floors. Most of the fights are taken from long range. With the machine gun, or also tribal can be really good on this map, just for spamming. And most of the fights are usually taken on this side of the map, which is called center. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it in a bit, but yeah, most of the times the spawn force in this map is so strong that you can really win your games. It's not like in maps like AWOKEN, where yes, you can spawn force, but it's not enough to get too many guaranteed kills. On this map instead, it's another problem. It's really easy to spawn force, so. Okay. So yeah, talking about some angles, as I said, heavy machine gun is really strong, so just try to use it as much as you can. Spamming nail gun can be really good too. Then tribal, like this, when the enemy is taking the TP. Rockets on the corners, it's always really good to use. People really tend to stick to the walls a lot on this map, just to play it safe. Yeah, you can shoot through this. Just a trick, but if you want to do this, you can there, for example. So yeah, I think the movement is also the key on this map. So moving around really quickly is important to rotate the map properly. So you need to learn how to get around the map really fast. And with Ranger it's so easy, like you can do stuff like that with Ranger, for example. Or you can rocket jump, and then you're already in heavy, for example. Or doing something like this, you know, just to get into another room really quickly. Or if you're spawn forcing with Ranger, like if you want to spawn force a nail, you can do this, or you're already on nail. If you want to spawn force there, and so on. So Ranger it can be a really good pick, just by using the rocket jump. Then one thing to know, okay, let's talk about rotation. So if the enemy is out of control, to complete a full rotation is so easy. So you go there, you take this, then you go down, and you have already 4 items in a row. That's how quick it is on this map. Or if you start from here, you can do this. I think the easiest way is also just going for the TP. I think the TP will just give you an advantage, because you don't have to go through the jump pad. Then you can rotate. Of course it's not easy, but if you manage to put like, let's say 5 seconds delay between each item, if you manage to do it, you have enough time to go for every item. And I suggest you to watch, even if, I think I lost that match, I'm not pretty sure. I played against Cooler on this map, I think it was season 1, stage 1. and he had control for like 5 minutes in a row. He was rotating every item, so I suggest you looking into it if you want to. You find it on QUAKE channel. He played it really good. Just an example of how powerful can be the full control on this map. So yeah, really easy also to go from mega to heavy. It's so close between items, especially if you take or like do some rocket jumps. It's so close to go for the items. And yep. So one more thing to know, the spawn forcing. We're gonna talk about it. So the spawn forcing on this map, it's quite simple. There are 4 main spawns. I'm gonna show you right now. So the 4 main spawns are this one, that one, the rocket one on the tunnel, and the shotgun one. So yeah, you have already the 4 spawns you need to learn properly. And now you can ask how to force them. So the key is of course positioning, as I said in the other videos. The enemy spawns depends on where you are located on the map and not where you killed him. So if you killed him there, but you are going over there, the spawn point is gonna be this one and not that one. So to force nailgun, for example, you just can't simply stand there. So you can just imagine how powerful it is. Once he spawns, you're already in his face. So you can do from this position, you can do it from this position. Okay. You can do it from this position, so you can also abuse the pillar, you can rocket jump. So yeah, just wait and you go for him. That's it for nailgun. Really close, right? It's really easy. Just one thing to take care of is probably the nailgun, because nailgun does a lot of damage when you're pushing. Also, just be careful about it. Then you have the rocket one. Rocket one, you just force it from standing there. It's gonna spawn the rocket. Usually what people do is not think about the fact that they just spawn there and you may be forcing, so they just go for rocket and they're just gonna take shitload tons of damage just because of this. So you can force it from there, just by staying on this side of the map, basically. Then you have the heavy machine gun, which I think is one of the most OP spawns to abuse, just because the enemy has just 2 ways he can go to. So if you're spawning there, the only thing you can do is going through there, which is already a bad area to be in because rockets are gonna really do a lot of damage, or you need to take the TP and you're gonna get pinned out by LG. So to do that spawn, just stay there or there, for example, and you're just gonna straight jump LG or rocket. That's how easy it is. Okay, so for example, let's say, just an example, you're fighting the guy, you kill him, you take the heavy. Once you're there, he spawns one machine gun. Boom, is dead. Then if you went again, do this, he spawns there, is dead, and you keep going. Okay, you keep doing it over and over if you manage to. It's not easy, but it can be quite powerful. And then the last spawn is on shotgun. Usually you spawn on shotgun if the enemy is on mega. That's it. It's not something you can really force it that much, but if you're standing on this side of the map, he's gonna spawn on the shotgun. Yeah, that's how it is. Really fast, right? This map is so easy to play. I think the main thing about the map, more than the spawns, which is really important to know, is the fight you are taking. I think LG is probably the strongest weapon, especially if you're playing as a Doom. If you're playing as a Doom on this map, LG, if you have LG control, it's like, yeah, not guaranteed win, but yeah, almost basically, just cause double jump and LG against rockets or whatever other weapon is just gonna be so strong that, yeah, enemy maybe won't even stand a chance most of the occasions. Yeah, that's it for the spawns. So about time shards, there are quite a few. We have these time shards and time shards, so we have quite a few to rotate the abilities. Remember that going outside there makes you die. You can walk through there if you do don't know about that. Then what to say after this? Yeah, all the spaces outside the map are gonna let you die, and just so you know, there are spaces like this which you die. Like if you have an unlucky rocket bands, you might end up outside the map, for example. So I will also be careful about that. And yeah, as I said, I think the main thing you need to focus on is where you're taking the fights, against what champions are you playing. Because example, Galina can be sometimes a trouble, because if Galina has that control of the map, like this side, she can place totems there or there, which is not a so often spot. You walk around the map, it's not some place you really go a lot, because it's so easy to get trapped if you are standing there, so it can be a good placement for the totems. Yeah, so as I said, I think the main things are movement, spawn forcing, and heavy mashing and LG. That's the key to, I think, play this map in a really good way, in a really strong way. And yeah, but as I said, if you can force spawn the enemies, but enemies can also spawn force you, so you need to be careful when you're out of control to not feed way too many frags, cause yeah, it can be a problem, of course, just by how easy it is to, yeah, just get advantage with the spawns. Yeah, so I will say that when you're out of control, the most often spawns, the most often places to hide are probably this one, if you're going for sound cues, or just playing on this side of the map, like there, because there you have a good knowledge of where the opponent is. You can hear him down below, you can hear him picking the mega, the TP, you can hear him picking the heavy. Just the only problem is if he's coming that way. Yeah, then there is... Yeah, I mean, there is also this part, but as I said, I think it's good if you're playing a champion that doesn't have special abilities like Ranger or Nyx, or is fast as Anarchy and Zorlog. If you're playing against a VQ3 champion, you can run away pretty easily from that if he's chasing you behind. But if you're playing Nyx, it gets more complicated. Also Visor, it's more complicated. Yeah. Some fights that I see often people do, I think some of the most common fights are these ones, when the enemy is standing on the TP and he has no escape route. So I think the main thing to do is heavy Martian and LG. That's a common place to fight. Another common place to fight is probably this one, because if you're, for example, you're low and you kill the enemy there, he's gonna probably spawn on shotgun and he's gonna rush you. So I always suggest you spam the door just a bit, just in case, you never know. Right. Then one really common place to fight this one. Enemies on airgun, you are above. You can use rockets and take cover to do some damage and then finish with LG. Or you can have advantage if you're fighting with LG, like if you're starting a fight there and you go there, you're gonna take the bubbles and kill him with mid-fight. You're gonna have a nice boost of HP while you're fighting. Then really common is this position, like if you're standing there and the enemy is pushing for the heavy. I think rockets are really the most useful weapon on this side of the map. Right. Then you have also this side of the map, which is quite complicated. Sometimes rockets are really good, sometimes LG is doing a lot of damage. Kinda depends against what champion you are playing. Yep. That's mainly it. As I say, the angles, yeah, quite the same angles. You know, ATP, if you're standing over there, that would be an angle to take. Because usually enemies just wait there with the machine gun to do damage on, yeah, ATP. Yeah, but that's basically it. It's just this map is really easy to play. Can be sometimes really frustrating if the enemy gets the first kills. Can be really a snowball fast. But yeah, it's in your power to avoid it, you know. It's not impossible, but it's really tough. That's why you don't see the map getting played a lot in the pro scene, just because of how painful it can be sometimes when you are not able to get in control. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for this map. I don't have much more to say. I always tend to prefer the heavy over to the mega, just cause of how powerful the heavy can be. But on this map, I think the mega has a better positioning just because of the LG and the machine gun. So I suggest probably the mega's a better item, just cause you have LG and machine gun to work with, which are the best weapons on this map, considering there is no railgun. Yeah, I mean, Mega is always the best, of course, pick if you have the Anarchy, just because of the injection. But yeah, always remember to be careful when you're going over the TP, because it's really easy to pin you with the LG, because there is no way around to go. Like, you need to quite always make some decision. I think the best way to deal with this position is walking there and going away. Never, and I say never, jump like that in a straight line, because people are just gonna 100% LG you know. So always try to be creative. If you have the orb, try something like that. For example, you bait and you go away. And if you don't have the orb, if you have the Nyx, use the invisibility, and so on. But yeah, never ever jump like this. Even if you think the enemy is not around, don't do that. And then yeah, working on the movement, I think it's really important. So I think that the VQ3 champions are more or less really powerful on this map. So I will say that, yeah, Ranger is good, Visor is good, Galena, BJ, Doom, Shrug, Eisen are really good. Probably Death Knight is the weakest. Then you have Anarchy, which I think can be really good, because it's really fast and maybe good on spawn forcing. But if you're dying as an Anarchy, it can be really tough to play. So it really depends on the matchup. It's quite easy to rotate the map with Anarchy. It's even faster than normal, just by the speed you're getting. Okay. So then you have also the Shrug. Or I don't suggest playing Slash, but I think Shrug is really good on this map. Because I think the slide mechanic can be really sometimes strong. Just because you don't expect certain things to happen. Just by the movement, can be really fast. Plus you have the 25 HP bubble, which in a small map like this can be really useful. And plus you have the picker, so for example in so many situations, maybe, I don't know, you're picking up the fight and you fell down there, you can use the picker. And the damage, I think just seeing the hang playing picker on this map, strong story, can be a good tutorial by itself. It's really strong on Shrug and really strong on this map, so yeah. So just maybe watching him play when he's playing Shrug on this map. And then Nyx, I don't know about Nyx, just because she's squishy, and if she doesn't have invisibility, it's gonna be a tough time. So I think Nyx can be strong only if she has control, that's it. And yeah, so I think Clutch, I don't know about Clutch, because Machine Gun is really strong, so I don't know about him really. I don't play Clutch on this map from a long time, so I won't really suggest you, yeah,
5-minute warning,
going for him way too much. I think that the best pick you can do is BJ, Galena, Ranger, or Doom. I think are the main champions on this map. So yeah, that was it. Thank you guys for watching as always. The other videos have reached even over 2,000 views, so I'm really happy about that. Good result. And thank you for the kind words. I know that you appreciate it, and yeah, I know it's taking some time to do so, but I'm happy to help everyone out, even if I not just trying to act like I know everything. My videos are just for people that wants to learn more aspects of the game. I'm not trying to be cocky or do it because I'm saying it to do. All I'm saying, you can take it just as a tip, you know, as tips, not as like you need to do it or you're gonna be bad at the game. Just trying to help out people that maybe don't have the time to do all this shit by themselves, studying all the spawns and so on. So yeah, I hope you appreciate it, and if you like the content, like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, that's it for today, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.